about. Without a doubt. Rolling whether you like it or not. Without a doubt. We make it hot. Without a doubt. You know,
hey guys, Mikey B. It is 1:48 p.m. on Wednesday, December 7th. I just wanted to come and talk a little bit about how I've started seeing the active pursuit of search, the active pursuit of searching. And this actually spawned from a conversation I had with one of the guys that's in the community, a good friend of mine, and it was just interesting. My wall in my room is a huge whiteboard, and the whiteboard is basically like what I've done is taken this like basically canvas for like writing and everything, and applied the idea of inspiration. And the idea behind inspiration was just like developing to a point where it complements teaching, which is like a huge thing for me, because how much more productive are you if you're inspired to do something versus if you're taught something? And I think they actually both work well together. And so my buddy actually wrote, I can't even remember the word, but it was so almost powerful in my thought. It brought awareness to an area of growth that I think we all have and are just not aware of. And that's the active skill or active action of searching. And searching for something. Even the very act of like understanding knowledge. Like, why are we driven to find out? Like, why are we driven to expand our knowledge, our awareness of where we are? And I feel a large part of this is we're actually searching for ourselves, trying to find ourselves. Even if you talk to a lot of different people, different realms, like you could take somebody spiritual, or you could take an artist, or you could take an engineer, and a lot of even like the positive emotions, the enjoyment that person will get out of that searching is so interesting to me, because I started like taking a step back and trying to apply some logic to the situation. And why is it that we continuously almost like look around and try and find different angles or different ways to look at things? Because I think it's two things. One, I feel that like personal growth is a huge level, and understanding yourself is just as important as the second thing, which is understanding your environment. Because if you can understand your environment, you can understand how you evolve as a person. If you understand yourself, right, you can understand where you've come from, kind of like how you've been affected in the past, right? And because of that, like, you got to think time is opportunity. So if time is opportunity, what is it opportunity for? Well, that opportunity is for experiences, like almost like experience that you just keep gaining and growing from. You need that experience to take your thoughts, take your theories, take your ideas, take your enjoyments to the next level, which for me is just understanding that every moment of every day is a choice that affects the rest of my life. So I'm actively searching to figure out why I am or what I am. And I do that through feedback. So it's so funny that like social dynamics ties into this, because feedback is like approaching somebody. Every time I meet a new person, they're giving me feedback on how I'm doing or how I am as a person or what kind of person I'm displaying. And the thing is, if I don't understand myself fully, that's almost like a quest or an ambition that you can never say you're fully completed. And even just like kind of jogging my thought here, if you start seeing like the great thinkers of our past and even today, who's in power and why? Like, these are people who have just taken searching to such a high level and applied emotional understanding and logical understanding to a level where they are literally getting so much value out of it. But I'm also curious as to why that person is not sharing everything with us. And I think that could almost be said that we're supposed to figure it out on our own. We can't keep searching for like other people's perspective on reality when we need to understand our own first. But by understanding somebody else's and taking it with a grain of salt, taking it for what it is, if we can get more happiness out of our reality can continue to grow, and we can keep searching for who we are. I feel that the active search of who we are is actually understanding what makes us more happy. Because I think understanding that if love and hate are the same emotion, like you get a choice whether like you're either going one way or the other. You can love or you can hate. But that being said, it's like that's logical, right? Emotionally, like intuitively, you want to do what makes you happy. So you have to apply logic in terms of laying out your options and intuitively picking these options, which I feel is just like active like search of like what makes you more happy. I feel that's part of what we're searching for. And I feel that if you're going around and trying to figure out what makes you happy or how can you be happier, like that there is like that's that search of happiness everybody's talking about. And thinking about the searching, like searching is just so interesting to me because when you go into, like for instance, if you ever go into a gem store, anybody that like buys gems will tell you that like grab the gems that stand out in your eye, right? They have all these beautiful gems laid out, not just like diamonds and stuff, like crystals, like different rocks, different like funny looking rocks, different things like different like reflectiveness, the level of transparency, all of these different things, right? But logic is not going to tell you which rock to buy. Your intuition is going to tell you what rock to buy. And that's what I find is so interesting. I think it's a combination of knowledge and intuition, and searching for that perfect application is almost like that's maybe a core level of what we're searching for. So on the comments here, I definitely want you to be leaving comments based on what you feel you're searching for in life. Like, what do you want out of life? And also, don't forget, if you're not subscribed to the blog, make sure you are. And yeah, that's it. Have a great day. I will see you soon.